0 point to the 13th World Urban Forum in Azerbaijan, which is in its final stretch, even as African leaders call for the harmonization of land laws in a bid to combat the continent's worsening housing crisis. Elizabeth Mutuku reports from Baku.
Well, a good evening away from Baku, where we've been following the 13th World Urban Forum, where discussions around housing and building resilient housing and cities for the future has been so key. And today we had an opportunity to follow an African dialogue which brought together leaders across Africa to discuss compact solutions in resolving housing crisis across Africa, including our very own ambassador, UN Habitat Ambassador, and that is Susan Nakumicha, among other leaders, on providing practical solutions to combat housing crisis in Africa. And today, some of the key issues which were highlighted in the meeting include harmonizing laws regarding lands to ensure that they provide practical lands to build housing, while Kenya is being hailed, or rather praised, for taking a bold step towards realizing its housing goals. But remember also, the key thing is financing housing in Africa, and Kenya has taken a bold step towards having its own funding mechanism, which many leaders say can be borrowed from. Also, the question, or rather the discussions around partnerships, and especially public-private partnerships, also came out strongly in this meeting, which brought together African leaders. Remember, this is coming when a revelation has been made on having or a lack or shortages when it comes to housing. Across 3 billion people lack proper housing facilities. And President William Ruto says that yearly Kenya needs at least 200,000 houses each and every year, and therefore finding a key and sustainable solutions when it comes to financing housing. It's something which should be critical in this discussion. And while we are speaking of this, many leaders across Africa speak of great challenge when it comes to financing our own projects in housing, and also finding a way and a mechanism of resolving the land question to ensure that we get our goals right when it comes to housing across Africa. Remember, Kenyan affordable housing structure, it's something which has, or rather it's one which has been really greatly praised here in World Urban Forum, 13th World Urban Forum. But these are some of the leaders which we got to hear from, including our very own.
With the unoccupied houses, you'd end up doing houses that then are not bought. So what Kenya has done, it has collaborated with the Kenya Mortgage Refinancing Institution that then provides capital to banks, to SACCOs, long-term and at low interest. So that then the banks and the SACCOs are able to provide low interest loans to the citizen to be able to buy the houses. And I think there we have some similarity. I believe it was it Angola that spoke about the market segmentation, where Kenya has done the social houses, it has done affordable houses and market rate houses, and that just takes care of the different income levels of the citizen. It sounds easy with the 4 lessons, but it's not as easy as I have put it. All this relies on a very strong political goodwill. Even now, as we speak, our president was here 2 days ago. He delivered an opening statement at the World Urban Forum. But today, this evening, he is in one of the cities called Mombasa to give keys to homeowners. That is what strong political leadership and commitment looks like.
Early-stage investments, risk mitigation, credit guarantees to reduce collateral burdens, technical assistance, business development services, monitoring and managerial training to boost investment readiness. Housing for Liberian women and the youth is not just a place where people can go and lie down and relax. It's a dignity issue. It helps our people realize their full potential, and our government, under the arrest agenda, is not leaving any stones unturned.
Yes, of course, while we are hearing of different deliberations, tomorrow we are expecting sure declarations on matters housing from this 13th World Urban Forum, and we'll make sure that we bring that as it happens from Baku. But for now, it's a good night.
Waiting for the declaration. Back home.